What's up, family? It's Pastor G. I'm in the house once again, and if you're under the sound of my voice, I need you to go and subscribe to my YouTube page. That's Pastor G at Network of Believers. Now go. Thank you. Now, this video is the first video in the series called N4mation. Do you know right now you are in formation? You are en route right now to becoming something very great. Something very great. Now, God, after creation, gave us the awesome privilege as well as the responsibility to determine what we evolve into. And it's based off our information or our knowledge. Now, here it is. That suggests that you and I are unlimited in what we can become. Our revelation will determine our manifestation. Yes, you are in formation right now. And I always say this, your K-N-O-W, no, will determine how many times you have to take no for an answer. In other words, your no determine your go. Now, what are you waiting on? Right now, you have the privilege to becoming anything that you want to become if you desire and you go for the information. And God is releasing right now to you information. You are a game changer. You are a world changer. You are in formation right now. Now, let me speak about a couple of myths, if you will. There's some sayings right now, and I want to speak to these because I want you to not give up on this dream right now. You are information, and I don't want you to judge anything before the time. Now, there's a saying that God will never put more on you than you can bear. Well, here it is. Contrary to popular misunderstanding, God will always put more on you than you can bear. God will always challenge you. He will always challenge you outside of your ability to win without Him. He always sticks you in situations that you're going to have to trust Him. He always puts you in positions that you say, God, if you don't do it, it can't be done. He fought every time. He puts us and gives us more than we can bear on our own. Here's another one. You know, sometimes when you have declared, I'm going from a dream, nothing's going to stop me now. I'm going to do. People will say to you really quickly, hey, you are in over your head. You're getting in too deep. Well, there's another one. God will always push you out into the deep. He'll always stick you in places where you got to depend on Him, because He wants you to be able. The only thing He desires is that you look up. You're in over your head. He wants you to look up and live by faith. Now, I need to say this to somebody, because you almost decided to give up listening to people that tell you everything is going wrong. Every time, if it's always like that, you need to quit. No, I'm here to tell you, you're being challenged. You're being challenged, but you are in formation. You're learning something from each experience. You are developing. Don't judge before the time. Allow God to finish the thing in you. Just stay in formation. Here it is, David. I want to speak on David, because you are having David experiences right now. David, as a young boy, was challenged by this giant. Yes, by giant. There's some of you in journey right now, and in this journey called great, you're going to experience some giants. You're going to experience some challenges. But before God get you to the main event, the main giant that you defeat and go into purpose, there are some small scuffles that you experience along the way. See, David, before he got to Goliath, had to fight with a bear, had a scuffle with a bear. Each time I scuffle, I learn a lesson. I get in formation. There was a bear experience that taught David something. There was a lion experience that taught David something. Each battle might be insignificant when it compared to the Goliath battle, but you'll never get to the Goliath moment if you don't deal with the bear, because God has got to give you some tools to take to Goliath. God has got to give you some keys. He's allowing you to be in formation. He's creating the one that can stand against Goliath. Now here he is. He's out on the battlefield, and every time you go through a scuffle, and these scuffles are won. At the time David experienced the bear and the lion, perhaps he thought in those moments he would not be the victor in it. But God told him that if you trust me, I'll bring you through every scuffle. And once you go through one scuffle that's small that you thought you couldn't make it, it builds your faith for the next one. When you go through the next one, eventually you're going to get to the Goliath. You're going to say to Goliath, if God delivered me from the bear and the lion, he's going to deliver me from you. But he always prepares us, not for the Goliath actually, it's for the people that is going to wonder how and why you think that you're going to be able to do what you just said you would do. When David says, I'll fight Goliath, all of the naysayers were saying, really? Look at this boy. Even Saul says to him, you just a boy. But this giant has been fighting since he was born. This gave David the courage to write something very powerful. It is a Psalms 46:1. It says, God is our refuge. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in the time of trouble. I'm looking at Goliath and I'm in too deep. I'm looking at Goliath. It's much more than I can bear. But God is my refuge, my strength, a very present help in the time of struggle. And he says it very powerfully. I can hear him saying this. He says, if God delivered me from the bear, he delivered me from the lion, he's going to deliver me from this challenge as well. In other words, the battle is not mine. The battle is Lord. I have learned through my scuffles, through my troubles, through my ups and through my downs. I was in formation. God was creating something. God was building something. God was creating a giant slayer. And that's what you are right now. You are in formation. Don't give up before it's time to fight your ultimate challenge that's going to catapult you into destiny. You are in formation. And as I always say, go be great. Pastor G is out.